we got some tough competition up there. But I was told by many sources, more than a few, this guy going up there. I haven't had him yet. Where I know. And you would expect a reviewer like me to already had this, but I haven't. I don't know. It's one of them ones. I have seen this. My boy Rich Hoppers was like, "You can get this on a regular, and you don't." And I was like, "I never had it." He was like, "You're tripping." Yeah, I know where. There's a spot I can get these. Yeah, yeah, there's a spot I can get these, and I've been walking past this for the last 3 years. I have noticed one thing though. The price kept going up. When I first saw this, a 4 pack was $8.99. So that was like 3 or 4 years ago, and now it's 15. I noticed that about. It's kind of like Tito's vodka or Patron. There's a lot of stuff I can name when it first came out. Nobody knew about it, so it was cheap. But then it got some notoriety, some recognition. Now it's expensive. So this is on that caliber. This is $15 a 4 pack. So I bought it too late. Maybe I should have bought it 4 years ago. So we're gonna see what the hype is about. 99 in Beer Advocate. 99. That ain't saying much. Beer Advocate, you know. But Untapped. Like I'm a more Beer Advocate guy, but I've been getting on it Untapped to see what they say. This got like a 4 something. Untapped is way stricter. Beer Advocate, you got more. You get more positive views on Beer Advocate. So to get in the 4s, because I've seen beers that I love on Untapped, they get like a 3.7, and I'm like, no, it deserves a better score than that. This is that. Oh my god! I've watched reviews of this. Mm. Like my guy Ridgeopolis describes, it's like a musty orange, a musty candied orange. Dirty gym locker. So I get what he's saying. Not in a bad way. And it's hard to really describe that in a positive light. Rotted bananas. I know your non-beer drinkers is like, that sounds terrible. We mean it in like a fruity, hoppy kind of way. You always got to remember when we describe these beers like this, we attribute it to fruitiness from the. It's all about the hops. They're not putting pineapple in the beer. They're not putting orange in the beer. It starts with the hops and the way you brew it. Pretty much simple as that. What kind of hops are you using? What kind of malts are you using? Maybe what kind of yeast you're using, and then your method of cooking and boiling. It's pretty much how beer making goes. It's a lot more complex than that now, but let's go back to like the early 80s when I was a young lad and my dad was drinking natural ice. Like that beer making process was a way more simple process than it is now, to where these guys can create aromas of molded fruit, and a guy says in front of a camera that he likes that. He starts to smile. Dirty, like, watch my boy Ridgeopolis, some of his early reviews. When he says dirty gym locker, he starts to smile. And his wife is like, why are you smiling at that? It's different for us. So, yeah, this is a musty, fruity awesomeness. 8%. South 10 beer reviews. He says that this is in his top 5. Ridgeopolis is a little harsher. He said this is in his top 10. Let's see what I think. Cheers. Mm. 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 Not top 5. Like 12. So not top 10 for me either. Only because you guys gotta give me credit for traveling. I used to have a job where I traveled all over the country. In every state I went to, take me to you. When I went to Salt Lake City, I spent 2 weeks in Salt Lake City and I went to a different brewery every day. So when I was in East Memphis, I went to breweries. I went to the Flying Saucer. I went to the Flying Saucer in Arkansas as well, which is a mini bar with 100 beers on tap. Plus, they serve you flights all day. If you don't know what a flight is, you're not a beer drinker. So, the stone fruits, apricot rings, yeah, musty bananas, all of that good stuff because it's the hoppiness. So you have the hops competing with the fruit at 8%. Settle this now. No, ooh. And these guys, gotta give them still credit. Ridgeopolis, I sent him one. They're from Marietta, Georgia. For them to be local, they can't compete with that. Yeah, I'm gonna put the ghost next to the ghost face. Y'all like how I did that? I put the ghost in the machine next to the ghost face gummies. Ghost face gummies is not going nowhere. Nobody that I know can make a habanero IPA taste like that. When I find that, then we'll talk. But back to this. Just the color. I watched enough of my fellow compadres to understand this color is serious. When you see this, you're like, okay, that's big league. That's why when I did this review, my guy Ridgeopolis commented. He says, "Oh, that color." I'm like, yeah. Whoever is in this brewery, they know what they're doing. But Parrish from Louisiana, man, we don't have anything from Georgia hitting hard like this. Not that I can think of. Monday Night Blind Pirate Blood Orange Double is really still good. It can't compete with this. But for Atlanta, you give us Tropicalia. You can give us a few. But yeah, Parrish, hats off to you guys. The mouthfeel, the finish, the deceptiveness of the ABV. Yeah. The murky hops, the muffled rotten fruits. It's a lot. It's that, and you can't even describe that. I can't compare that to anything else. No. Beautiful burps, delicious burps. Yeah, I'd get this again. Would I buy it again? For sure. Anybody that's had it, of course, would get it. Tyler said this is in his top 5. It's not in my top 5. It's not in my top 10. But then again, like I said, I've traveled. I've been not all over the world, but I've been all over the nation. So from everything I've had, this is still, put it like this, for names that are known, top 5. For like big names that are like nationally known. You know, like when I review Prima Pills, Ridgeopolis says he used to live down the street from that brewery, right? Or Hot Butcher, or even Terrapin. If I talk about Terrapin, my guys in Michigan have heard of Terrapin. They've had it. So these are recognized names. So for a giant like Parrish, I've always heard about Parrish. All right, we'll go by that. Mainstream, yeah, top 5. I got some undergrounds that'll get this, but top mainstream, yeah. So you guys haven't had it, do yourself a favor, try to get it. Cheers.